a series of virtual true story readings recreated based on original web novels. A miracle of escaping. Gaslighting, a new life created by a kind heart. Love sometimes comes wearing the most beautiful masks. But the truth behind that? Mask can destroy your soul. This story is about the journey of Yoon-hae, an ordinary woman in her mid-40s. She believed she was at the pinnacle of happiness, with a loving and capable husband and 2 children. People around her called her a blessed woman. Yoon-hee believed that too. Her husband, Min-seok, was considered the one and only lover in the world. But that happiness was false. Behind Min-seok's affection, there was a subtle gaslighting. Grace's life slowly fell apart, and she began to doubt her own existence. This story depicts the miracle of Yoon-hae breaking free from the darkness of gaslighting. Her courage will give you hope. In 2005, Eunhee was a bright woman. In her early 30s, she met Min-seok while working hard at her job and laughing with her friends. Min-seok was a smart man who worked at an IT company, and his humor and kindness won Yoon-hae's heart. On their first date, he remembered a story from Yoonhee's childhood and told it. Yoon-hae, your smile is the most beautiful in the world. I will make you the happiest woman in the world. Eunhee was thrilled by his words. He remembered Grace's favorite flower and prepared a surprise party for her birthday. Friends envied Yoon-hae. Eunhee, there's no such man. You're truly blessed. Yoon-hae believed that too. Min-seok whispered words of love to her every day. You are my everything. Yoon-hee opened her heart to his sincerity and quickly decided to marry him. On the wedding day, Min-seok took Yoonhee's hand and made a vow. I will love you forever. Yoon-hae cried, overcome with happiness. I didn't know it then. All this affection was the first step to controlling her. After marriage, Min-seok remained a loving husband. He prepared breakfast for her every morning, and after work, he washed her feet with warm water and said, You worked hard today, my love. I whispered as I held her at night. You are the light of my life. Eunhee felt happy and grateful for his consideration, but a dark shadow began to fall. Within that affection, the problem started from a small moment. When Yoon-hae picked out what to wear to the friends' gathering, Min-seok smiled and said, Honey, those clothes don't suit you. It looks a bit tacky. Yoon-hae was initially grateful for his advice. I followed his words. I want to make you prettier. But gradually, Min-seok began to ignore Yoonhee's tastes. When Yoon-hae wore her favorite red dress, he frowned and said, That color doesn't suit your skin tone. Wear the blue I chose. Yoonhee changed her clothes as he said. Her wardrobe was increasingly filled with tastes. Min-seok began to separate Yoon-hae from those around her. When Yoon-hae had a gathering with her friends, she came home and said, That guy, I think he's using you. If you hang out with such negative people, you will become unhappy too. Yoon-hae believed his concerns were genuine. One time, after a meeting with his old friend, Soo-yeon, Min-seok said, Did Soo-yeon say something mean to you today? I'm the only one who truly loves you. In fact, there was no such thing, but Yoon-hae was confused. Did I hear wrong? She started to cut off contact with her friends. When I was home alone, Min-seok's voice lingered in my head. Trust me, Yoon-hae. Her world became increasingly narrow. Min-seok's gaslighting became increasingly sophisticated. When Yoon-hae expressed her opinion at work, Min-seok laughed and said, What do you know to say such a thing? It's better not to do that. When Yoon-hae made a mistake, he coldly reprimanded her. I told you, you can't do anything on your own. Yoon-hae began to lose faith in herself. Am I really so incompetent? She asked herself every night. One time when Yoonhae messed up a dish, Min-seok sighed and said, "Since your cooking skills are like this, I make you breakfast every morning. I should be grateful." When Yoonhae cried, he instead pushed her away. "Why are you crying? You're too sensitive. Are you not loving enough?" Yoonhee was overcome with guilt. "I was wrong." She couldn't sleep, muttering to herself. Min-seok even manipulated Yoonhae's memories. He forgot his promise and said, "I never said that." When I said, "You're mistaken," Yoonhae blamed herself, saying, "Did I remember wrong?" One time when Min-seok forgot Yoonhae's birthday, he got angry instead. "Your birthday? I told you I wished you a happy birthday in advance. What's wrong with your memory?" Yoonhae questioned her own sanity. "Am I going crazy every night?" She stood in front of the mirror, looking at herself with disbelief. Who am I? Are my thoughts real? Her ego slowly crumbled. Grace's private life was filled with loneliness. She poured out her feelings. By writing a diary alone at home, Min-seok said he loved me. So why does it hurt so much? She wrote in her diary crying. One night, while the children were asleep, Yoonhee took out Min-seok's old letter and read it. "Yoonhae, you are my everything." But that letter now hurt her. Was this really love? She cried out inwardly. It was one day, 10 years after their marriage, when Min-seok was on a business trip. Yoonhae accidentally discovered Min-seok's internet search while using his laptop. Gaslighting techniques, psychological manipulation methods, spouse manipulation techniques, tips for making victims doubt themselves. Yoonhae was frozen in shock. Min-seok's affectionate words and actions were exactly like the gaslighting techniques listed online. "What is this?" Yoonhae cried, capturing the screen with trembling hands. The truth that her 10-year love was a lie hit her. That night, Yoonhae called her old friend Suyeon. "Suyeon, I need help." She poured out everything. Suyeon said in shock, "Yoonhee, you're out of your mind. That's not love, that's emotional abuse." Grace shed tears she had held back for a long time. "I was a fool." "How did you not know this?" Suyeon consoled her. "It's not your fault. Let's get out of here." Yoonhae reread her diary. The notebook that recorded Min-seok's words and actions, her confusion and pain, was her evidence. This wasn't love. Grace has decided. She vowed to get out of this. Hell for her children and for herself. She whispered in her diary alone. In her room. "Yoonhae, you're strong. You can start over." Woonhae met with a divorce lawyer. She showed me the diary she had kept, and evidence of Min-seok's gaslighting. "Attorney, this man didn't love me." It destroyed my soul. The lawyer nodded as he looked at the records. "This is clear emotional abuse. You can claim mental distress and child custody." The lawyer spoke very firmly and confidently. Yoonhae decided to fight resolutely for the children's future. When I informed Min-seok of the divorce, he was shocked and shouted, "You tricked me? I didn't know." "You were so sensitive." He still tried to manipulate Yoonhae. "How can you live alone? Think about the children." But Yoonhae remained unshaken. "I now know you are gaslighting me." "There is evidence." Min-seok turned pale at her firm words. It was the moment his mask was taken off. During the trial, Min-seok made excuses. But he crumbled in the face of Yoonhae's records and Suyeon's testimony. After the divorce, Yoonhae regained her freedom. She smiled in front of the mirror. Wearing the red dress that Min-seok hated. "This is me." She met her old friends again. "Suyeon, I'm back," her friend said, hugging her. "You've become much brighter." Yoonhae healed her wounds through psychological counseling. The counselor said, Yoonhae, you are strong. Love yourself now. Eunhee fell asleep, laughing with the children every night. Mom, you look happier. The children's words filled her heart. Yoonhae started a new life. She no longer asked. Minsuk's permission. Express your feelings honestly. Wear clothes you like and love yourself. She started a new project with her colleagues at work and felt confident. I can do it, Woonhae told herself. At a gathering with friends, Yoonhae smiled and shared her story. I'm back to life. Her friends applauded her transformation. The children said, Mom, you're so awesome these days. Yoonhee wrote a new dream in her diary every night. I am precious. My life is mine. She now knows. True love is not about losing yourself, but about making yourself shine brighter. Grace is private. Life was filled with vitality again. On weekends, I played with my kids in the park and shared laughter with friends at a cafe. She rose above her wounds. The darkness of gaslighting didn't break her. It actually made her stronger. Grace now lives in her own light. Her kind heart and courage broke through the darkness of gaslighting and created a new life. Gaslighting is invisible violence. It slowly eats away at your soul. But if you have the courage to face the truth, you too can find a new life. If you are feeling small and doubting your own thoughts right now, because of someone's words or actions, stop. Ask for help from those around you. You are more precious than anyone else and deserve to be loved. If you think that Grace's story has given you even a little courage, please subscribe, like, and leave many comments. We will be encouraged by your comments to uncover more interesting and informative true stories. Thank you for listening for such a long time. I hope you all find true happiness. See you next time. Rest well, bye.